Good morning and welcome back to Patch in the Prairie. Today we're just gonna do our basic chores and move some sheep and cows, and I'll probably also give a cover crop update on the cover crop experiment that I planted probably 6 weeks ago. Now it's time to move our sheep and cows. We have been grazing in this pasture for the last 25 days or so, and so we're going to head to our big north pasture and get started there. It's been quite a while since we've done grazing on our south and west side of the creek, so plenty of time for the grass to rest, parasites to die. Really nice when you have livestock that are trained to moving. They know the drill. I know, you gotta wait. Well, I could have really used a border collie on that. They got pretty spread out, but thankfully they all ended up going where I needed them to. Now I got to go back and get the milk cows. All right, cows, let's go. And we got the bottle lambs, huh? Let's go. Get up out of there. Come on. Get out of there. Push back up. He's not making this easy. All the sheep are coming back, dang it. There we go, they're going back. Maribel, what are you doing? There we go. All right, we're gonna close up this gate and go back for the bottle lambs. All right, you stragglers, let's head back. Not that way. So these two guys are not cooperating, so I just picked them up real quick. I'm gonna drive them over there. It'll be a lot quicker. Listening to animals graze is one of the best sounds there is. When I decided to do the experiment, I had done quite a bit of research, read different articles and watched some different videos, and about half of the things that I read and watched said it's really hard to get a warm season perennial mix established in a perennial cool season pasture, and then another half said it's possible if you do a really hard graze on the cool seasons and then you incorporate the seed after. And I decided just to go ahead and try it since it seemed like it was possible. The cover crop experience has performed average. So you can see this section here, hard to tell on the camera, but like this is a sorghum Sudan plant that's pretty small and just doesn't seem to be thriving, I would say. Seems like it's slightly stressed. We've got lots of sorghum Sudan in that stage of growth. What we found is that it's kind of a mixed bag. Any of the sorghum Sudan or any of the cover crop mix that ended up where the chickens had been has actually done very, very, very well. And anything that wasn't where the chicken coop sat for 3 days has just performed average, I would say. I know that soil moisture was not impacting any of this experiment because we broadcasted seed after we'd had about 6 inches of rain in a few days. So we let it dry out a little bit, and then we broadcasted. And then I know we got at least 2 more inches right after planting, and we've had fairly consistent rains throughout the rest of the last 6 weeks or so. So I think it's just a fertility problem. In general, this has been one of my poorer performing pastures in terms of thickness of the grass and being a thinner stand. But I also have the most biodiversity down here. So I targeted areas that were short, that were thin, and trying to just see if I can increase the forage production in those areas and the ground cover as well. So the mix that we planted had 9 different species in it. I haven't seen all 9, but I have seen some vetch here. The oats is coming up pretty well. I believe this is flax. This is what I believe will turn into a Perdovic sunflower. Got the sorghum Sudan. We've got either the rapeseed or the forage collards in here. I don't know that I would do it again. I am curious to see next year with all the seeds that I put out there, maybe we'll see some of the other species come up next year. I do think one thing that worked against me was that I was a little bit late in planting. I probably should have planted mid-May to early June, and I didn't plant until mid-June. So I don't know if that was working against me or not. One positive thing that I've noticed in this past year that's not related to the cover crops is this year we have high amounts of big blue stem, side oats, grandma, and then for the first time, Indian grass in this past year. And so I'm very encouraged and excited to see some of the warm season perennials coming back. This is our 3rd year at this farm, and the first year we had none of those grasses. Last year we had a little bit of big blue stem and a little bit of side oats grandma, and both of those have increased exponentially, and I'm excited to see the Indian grass as well.